guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. First up, apologies for not doing one of these last week. I was away in Sweden on an event with Mini, and although I thought I would have had time to film and get a Midweek 180 out, as it turns out I didn't, and therefore you didn't get one, so sorry for that. If you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. Now, some housekeeping from 2 weeks ago. Leader of the pack was Kevin DG7. Well done, mate. You haven't had one of those for a while. Joined in the Magnificent Seven by Malcolm Brew, Paul Mead, Jake Warren, Michael Kember, Stephen Spink and Gary Matthews. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Now, I hope the weather's nice. It's funny, I haven't planned to do any outside filming today and yesterday, and the weather's been absolutely lovely, which is really annoying because recently the weather's been shocking. Let's start with some F1 news. So testing finished last week. So the next time we see the cars will be at the start of the next Grand Prix, well, once they've done their 3 lots of free practice. Do we know who's been successful with the new regulations or not? I don't think we do. It's always difficult to tell whether they've been sandbagging or not. I think the status quo is pretty much going to be there or thereabouts. It looks like Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes and Red Bull have all done pretty well with the new regulations. I'm a little bit disappointed with Aston Martin. I'm not sure. I think they've still got quite a lot of work to do, but they've got Adrian Newey pulling the strings, so I'm sure they'll be fine. Let's not worry about them too much. So yeah, let's look forward to the first race. But before then, we can look forward to Drive to Survive coming back. I can't wait to watch this season of Drive to Survive because there's so many things happened last year, whether that's Lando winning the championship, Max coming back and nearly winning the championship, or Christian Horner leaving Red Bull. So I really can't wait for that one. New car news. So it was kind of the back end of last week actually, but Audi finally released details of their new RS5. And I've got to say, they've smashed it out of the park for me. And I think they've done that really impressively because I'm sure if you've seen my Audi RS5 review, that was a car that underwhelmed me a bit. And it's a car that should really excite me because I'm an ex-S4 owner and I'm a big Audi fan. Clearly the naming convention, by the way, is a bit confusing. So although this is the RS5, there are 2 different variants of RS5. There's an RS5 Saloon Sportback, which I guess would be not that much different to the old RS5 Coupe. But then there's also the RS5 Avant, which is really a direct replacement to the RS4 Avant because, anyway, let's not go into the whole naming convention thing. They look amazing. There's some really great videos out there. I've got to say, massive well done to my mate Joe, who did the studio shoot. His video is absolutely on fire, performing really, really well. But basic details are, it's a performance plug-in hybrid, which is really interesting, and the performance numbers are unreal. So it's got a 2.9 litre V6, and that alone produces 510 horsepower, which is an uplift from the outgoing purely ICE version. And then it's got an electrical hybrid system, and the motor of that is 177 PS. So if you add those together, it's got a combined output of 639 PS, which is mad. All going through a very trick 4-wheel drive system with some really cool torque vectoring and stuff on the rear axle. So the performance, I have no doubt, will be mind-blowing. Top speed of 177 miles an hour, and I'm pretty sure the 0 to 60 time is going to be sensational. But I think for me, it's the looks. It's the way they've taken the S5, which is the sportiest version of that car they had, and just turned it up to, it's not even 11, it's more like 12 or 13. You look at the front, the big wide arches, the way the vents work, it's a really aggressive looking car. Big 21-inch wheels just give it a lovely stance. And then you come around the back, and for me, the standout feature, it's got the trademark RS oval tailpipes, but they've been bought inboard a little bit. Normally they're kind of sat on the out of the car. They bought them inboard, a little bit more like a kind of Porsche, really. The sort of the spacing that you might find on the back of a 992 911 or the Cayenne turbo hybrid thing. And I just think that little change has really upped the car's aesthetic. I love it to bits. So if we have a look at the coupe saloon one first, for me, you look at it compared with something like an M3, and I think they've lifted their game and they've really gone toe to toe with the BMW M3. Looks fantastic. And then the wagon variant, or the estate car variant, I just think is dreamy, and I'd really, really like one. Sadly, can't afford one. So, but yeah, the brilliant car. I'd love to know your thoughts. I really do think Audi have been a little bit quiet in the water over the last few years. Obviously, they've focused quite a lot on their kind of e-tron range, their EV range, but to come out with a performance plug-in hybrid like that and to nail the styling, awesome. And I think they're going to sell like hotcakes, if I'm honest. This week I've been super busy with kind of basic car admin. So the Macan had a new windscreen and an MOT this week, and my Spider, as I speak, is currently in Porsche Portsmouth having some work done. I've done a little video covering that, talking about those various issues. That'll come out next Monday, I think. So it has been a pretty busy week, but this Friday's video is the Skoda Enyaq VRS, which I had last week. Now I've done the new Enyaq. This is the sporty top of the range version of Enyaq, and I have to say it was a really impressive car, a nice spec, lovely place to be. So tune in on Friday for that. But I am going to call it quits on that one because I've got lots and lots to do today. I'm doing like accounts admin. Every now and again I suddenly look on my accounts package and think, oh, I've got loads of invoices I haven't chased up, or I haven't done loads of receipts and sorted out all my bank inputs and outputs, and it takes forever, and it's the end of the VAT month this month. It's the things you don't see, as YouTubers. It's either planning videos, shooting videos. My March schedule is just bonkers, which is great, don't get me wrong, but really, really busy. Anyway, I'll see you on the next film. If you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, which is this Friday at 6 for the Skoda Enyaq VRS. It's the coupe one as well, really nice spec. I'll see you on that one. You take care, guys. Drive safe. Now, back to QuickBooks. Yawn.